Welcome back to the Hospitality Harbor, where we dive into the business behind the plate. I'm your host, Shavin Augusti, and today we are talking about something you definitely seen, but maybe never questioned. You've seen it everywhere. That burger usually is $9.99, not $10. The fries, $2.95 instead of $3. But why? What is the point of shaving off a penny or a nickel? Today, we're unpacking the psychology behind the restaurant, pricing, and how those small numbers carry a significant meaning. It might feel insignificant, but in hospitality, especially in fast casual and quick service restaurant, those cents have a significant impact. It's about perception, psychology, and trust. Let's start with the basics. Humans reach from left to right. So when someone sees a menu item listed at $9.99, the brain anchors into the 9. It registers as in the $9 range, even though it's technically a penny away from $10. And that's the crux of charm pricing. Using prices that end in 99 cents or 95 cents to make items seem cheaper, even when the difference is just a cent. People interpret it as significantly lower. That's called the left digit effect. And it works because our brains are trained to see numbers this way. It's not logical, it's psychological. That 1 cent make a difference in perception, and perception drives behavior. Traditions, familiarity, and fast food culture. Charm pricing also comes from retail. Think back onto department stores in the early 20th century. Prices ending in 99 cents were used to prompt cashiers to open the register and give change, which reduced theft. That tactic carried over to fast food, grocery stores, and eventually hospitality. Now it's standard. Customers expected. If a fast food menu listed an item at exactly $10, it feels off. That round number implies either a premium product or in an upscale restaurant. There's a culture of familiarity to 99 cents pricing. It tells your guests, we're giving you the best possible prices. It signals value, affordability, and even friendliness. Most restaurants have used 99 cents pricing for most of their menu. If they raise the prices, customers think they have raised them. Even a 1 cent change get noticed. The regulars will say, then this used to be $9.99, even when we only shifted to an even $10. We tend to underestimate how prices and sensitive customers are. But in reality, they are a price like 9.99 cents says. We didn't inflate the cost. This is the lowest it can be. A flat $10 feel corporate, impersonal, or like you're padding your profits. That speaks volumes about how pricing is tied to brand identity. A mom and pop grills want to feel accessible. That where charm pricing fits the vibes. For instance, if you think about, front of the house versus back of the house perspective, here's where it gets more interesting because back of the house and front of the house have different priorities. Back of the house is focused on the cost of goods, margins, and profitability. They are thinking in spreadsheets, while the front of the house staff is thinking in psychology. They're looking at how guests reads a menu, what they say at the counter, what makes them hesitate to say that's too much. So while the chef might think this dish costs us $3.82 to make, let's sell it for $10. The front of the house manager might say, no, the price it at $9.95 will sell more, and the perception will help with tips and volumes. It's a balance. Great restaurant pricing consider both the numbers and the feelings. Most restaurants also use 95 cents or 75 cents, or even a quirky ending is like 87 cents. Why? Sometimes it creates a unique branding moment. It tells guests we think differently. A place that prices sandwiches at $8.87 might be signaling precision or cheeky, rebellious personality, or they'll calculate their perfect profit margin down to the penny. Either way, it's still a strategic move. If your brand is luxury, whole numbers works better. A $24 plate of salmon looks like intentionally polished and premium. Not pricing with cents can elevate your positioning. That's why menu pricing is a form of storytelling. It conveys the brand's tone, tone, audience, and purpose. Charm pricing fits when you want to be familiar and affordable. Round pricing fits when you want to be refined and confident. Let's tie this into menu engineering. When designing a menu, the placement of pricing matters. Customers tend to scan menus in a specific pattern, such as from top to right, bottom to left, using bold text or looking for boxes. If you're using charm pricing, don't overdo it. Having every item at 99 cents can look cookie cutter or cheap. Balance it out. Use 99 cents for value meals or add-on, and use round number for house special or high margin dishes. It's all of your choice. And don't forget about price anchoring. If your highest price items is $34, suddenly that $24 item seems more reasonable. If the most expensive item is $15, then $14.99 doesn't feel like a deal. It feels like a stretch. Psychology in action. It's subtle but powerful. That's why restaurants need to review their pricing regularly. It's not just about inflation, it's about impression. Pricing is never just numbers. It's branding, psychology, and communication. Those 99 cents and 95 cents ending help restaurants appear more affordable, relatable, and trustworthy. Consistency matters. If you use a charm pricing, stick with it. If you use whole numbers, make sure they align with your brand image. Consider this. The guest perspective, that one penny might be small to you, but to your customer, it shapes how they feel about your food, your values, and your service. Thank you for watching. Coming up next week on the Hospitality Harbor, we are taking a hard look at menu designs, the psychology of font choices, layout patterns, and why the word crispy might outsell fried. Don't miss it. Subscribe and share and stay hospitable. And as always, keeping it clean and sexy. I'm out. Peace.